What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Bee Gees. And as always, shout out to the people who've been following this deep dive, as well as to Luca, who just emerged out of nowhere. Where were you? You were out of the turntables? I didn't even see you. Would you like your normal seat? Or is the lap preferred? I guess it's the lap. But yes, we're continuing through To Whom It May Concern, and I was amused because the next track is Alive, and of course I've reacted to their smash hit Stayin' Alive. And though I don't expect there to be any relationship, this, having been written before Stayin' Alive, feels like there's a nice continuity with this song and their later mega hits. So yes, I do wonder, of course, about the title. It is a single word title. Those are tougher to get a read on. Most fundamentally, to be alive is the state of your biological condition, and biological creatures are born, they live, and they eventually die. So in that regard, it is part of the, hopefully, long middle duration of that trajectory. Of course, it could be about something that is not actually biological, meaning a relationship can be alive, a dynamic or a process can be alive. And so in that regard, it could be metaphorical. I wouldn't be surprised if there is meaning on multiple levels, meaning as long as the narrator is alive, maybe a relationship at least has the chance to be alive. It could be something that functions on different levels, whether figurative or otherwise. So let's see what it is in practice. This is the Bee Gees, and once again, shout out to Amy for this incredible gatefold pop-up vinyl. It's their album To Whom It May Concern, 1972, and the song is Alive. I have the right side here. I do. And it is the fourth track on this side. Or the fourth cut, as my parents would have said.
You got to live a little bit faster, 'cause you got a little less time to go. I ain't lost and I ain't searching, but then you know me very well, and I can change the wind and make it blow the other way. I'm a fool and I can tell that I'm alive, and that's all. And I can get up just as fast as I fall, and I can walk and run, but I'll never crawl. And in the end it doesn't matter at all. I don't know about the people that I read about in books, and the kings and queens around my room with their quiet dirty looks. I know I should be going somewhere, I just can't arrive. For believing that I've never been alive. I ain't lost and I ain't searching, but then you know me very well, and I can change the world and make it go the other way. I'm a fool and I can tell that I'm alive, and that's all. And I can as fast as I fall. And I can walk and run, but I'll never crawl. And in the end, it doesn't matter at all. I don't know about the people that I read about in books, and the kings and queens around my room with their quiet dirty looks. I know I should be going somewhere, I just can't arrive. Listen for believing that I've never been alive. I know I should be going somewhere, I just can't arrive. Listen for believing that I've never been alive. Alive. Alive.
There was that moment, like, in the middle of the tune where it really seemed like it was petering out, but I just had this sense that, wait, and sure enough, it stormed to life again, which I feel like maybe there's some conceptual meaning there, not only because of the line, what was it, that I get knocked down, but I get back up just as quickly again. So it feels like there is a theme here of persistence and carrying on. So again, that sonic revival halfway through feels like it was perhaps written that way musically to convey the feeling and themes of the song. But it's interesting because it sounds like there's a bit of, maybe not hopelessness, but a bit of like impotency, like, you know, I can't change the world. I can't make the wind blow a different direction. I can't turn the world around, which you can, of course, interpret like literally make it spin the other way, but also like I can't fix everything that's wrong with the world. I can't make these large-scale processes change just because I want them to. But there's also, again, like persistence and hope in the sense that he is still carrying on and he can get back up, but he's also saying like none of this matters at all. So there's like these large scale forces, they're bigger than any of us individually. So yeah, it's kind of like taking a frank appraisal of someone's place in the world and recognizing that we can only do so much, but as long as we're alive, we can do something. I was interested by, what is it, like I'm not looking, or I'm not lost, but I'm not looking for anything, or I'm not searching for anything. So it's like he knows where he is, and it's not like he's looking for the answer. He's not looking for something that's, oh, everything's going to click into place if I could just find this one thing, or if I could, find a relationship that works. It sounds like he's being wise and perceptive in that, life is complicated, and it's not likely any of us are going to find some perfect destination. And indeed, he says something like, what is it, like, I wasn't able to arrive, or like, I forget exactly what the phrasing was, but it was like, he's moving, he's traveling, but it's not like there's a place that he's trying to get to that, again, will fix everything or will be permanent, and like, oh, everything's just going to make sense once I get there. So yeah, it sounds like a world-weary but also world-wise perception of what it means to be a human and what it means to be alive in the modern era where, again, things are complicated, we can't change everything we'd like to, we have to be, what's the right word? I was going to say persistent, but I've used that word enough, but we have to be willing to deal with setbacks, and the only way you can continue on is just by trying to struggle and find your footing and get back up and keep going, even if in the end it feels like none of this really matters anyway, because eventually, we're going to get knocked back again, and on a longer timeline, we eventually will expire. So yeah, maybe I'm not reading that right, maybe there's some details here, like a crucial word or phrase that I'm missing, but yeah, that seemed to be the essence of what I did catch, the idea that we're all, if you're hearing this and if he's singing it, then we're alive, we'll do what we can, we'll try to persist, but don't expect something that's like a storybook or like an idealized sort of understanding that everybody and everything lives happily ever after, and you can change whatever you want just because you want it to be different. Let's see if it lists. So this one is by Barry and Morris Gibb. I do apologize. This is a lesson that was told to me early on in this deep dive, but I did forget in the previous reaction. So yes, Morris, I get that is how it is pronounced. My apologies. But yes, apparently this is written by Barry and Morris. And yeah, a really compelling tune. I do wonder, again, if there's some theme that I'm not catching here, but what I did hear and think I understood, I consider to be very profound. And yeah, a very vocal-based tune sonically. Obviously, there were some, forte piano moments, and there was that flute. It was like this kind of woodwind sort of flute, but that melodic element really caught my ear right at the beginning and at a couple points along the way. There was also some strings in there, which they always know how to use very well. So, yes, I did want to mention I'm going to be coming back around to doing some video reactions on my Patreon in the next few days, and I was thinking of starting with some Bee Gees video reactions. Now, there's a couple I'm already familiar with. I've seen the video for Stayin' Alive. It's, sort of as iconic as the song, and I'm not remembering it in all its detail, but I do remember they're, walking around the subway, and, he's up on a balcony looking out at the city and so on. Poof, and I'm back. And right as I got near the end of the video, the phone fell from its perch, scared Luca off my lap, and interrupted what I was saying. But yes, I was mentioning that I have seen the videos for Stayin' Alive and for Too Much Heaven, which is, my memory, it's like a in-studio video, and there's a lot of other players like around them. So yes, those two I'm familiar with. I haven't seen them in a while, but I'd say I've seen both of them within the last 5 or 6 years, so yes. But apart from that, I don't think I've seen any videos they've done. And I get it, like music videos as a, coherent, common part of albums or single releases is something that really came into its own in the 80s. So I don't know about songs, from the era that I'm going through, whether they have what we would consider now music videos, or, maybe at least there's some prominent like TV performances, which sometimes videos from like the 60s and 70s that I have seen, like, some Motown groups, it's not, again, like a choreographed video so much as it is a like stylized TV performance. So in any case, the long point I'm trying to make here is that I'd like to start doing some Bee Gees video/TV performance reactions. And if you don't know, over on my Patreon, when I post my video reactions, they're embargoed for free members for like 10 days. Though if you're a full member, which you can be for as little as $5 a month, you can see them right when they're posted. But the point is, after 10 days, they're publicly available for everybody. So yes, there are Bee Gees video reactions coming, so keep an eye out, and I'll try to remember, I'll link a comment and some of the Bee Gees reactions audio when that begins to happen. Though, as I said, I hope to do the first one in my next batch of video reactions. In any case, I won't take any more of your time, but once again, thank you to Amy and to Lisa and to Kim and to all the folks who've been following this deep dive from the early days, and any of you who've joined in more recent times. Let me know what you think of the tune, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.